good. This is and after you finish a nice bike ride, it's good to have a drink, and I'm having some A&W cream soda. I'm Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and today we are in the book of Titus. We've talked about the different people groups that Titus has been instructed about, and now we're going to conclude today with the different people groups with slaves. Okay? So I don't want you to tune out and say, well, I'm not a slave. If you are an employee, you're not a slave, but you're an employee, and these things apply to you. Okay? The problem Paul was, giving Titus instructions about, the problem there was you would have slaves and they would become Christians, and then they would be, oh yeah, I'm free. And then they would tell their masters, oh yeah, you need to be Christians just like me. And the masters would be like, just like you're stealing from me and treating me badly and everything else. And no, I don't think so. So anyway, Paul had to give instructions to Titus about the slaves, okay, and how they were to act. So that's Titus chapter 2, if you have your Bibles, chapter 2, verses 9 and 10, okay? It says this: teach slaves to be subject to their masters in everything, to try and please them, not to talk back to them, and not to steal from them, but to show them that they can be fully trusted, so that in every way they will make the teaching about God, our Savior, attractive. Okay? Let's talk about each of those things, and again, apply it to your life. You're not a slave. I'm a bond slave of Jesus, but here you are an employee. Okay? Everyone's an employee to somebody. Okay? So it says here, teach slaves to be subject to their masters in everything. Okay? So, back in that time period, you own the slave. So they said, be subject to them in everything. Okay? And I'm sure not in outright sin. Okay? Don't be doing that. But, if this, I won't even go into it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Be subject in everything. Okay? To try and please them, not to talk back to them. Okay? That's a huge thing. Try and please them and not to talk back to them. Imagine with me, if you have an employee and you give him instructions, and every instruction you give him, he comes back with, oh, that sounds good, but don't you think it'd be better if we did it this way with everything that you do, And so you say, hey, grab the carpet cleaning hose, grab the wand, grab the hose, and then he would say, hey, don't you think we should do this first before grabbing the hose? And like, it might be right, but every time that's said, it causes frustration for the boss or the employee. Okay, so you might have some good ideas, but not every idea you have is a good idea. Okay, so you need to be subject to him, but not oppose what he's saying. Okay, so it drives me bonkers when I have somebody and they everything instruction you give, they have something to say against it. You say, let's pick up the trash in this place, and then we'll go on here. And then they go, oh, do you think I should pick up the trash? Well, yeah, I think you should pick up the trash because I just instructed you to pick up the trash. Okay, so don't annoy your employees by being like that. Okay, and talking back to them. Just obey. All right. Verse 10, and not to steal from them. Okay, that's a big thing. Look at your employee. Are you stealing from them? Are you taking office supplies home with them? The big thing is here, are you stealing time? Okay, you can be stealing, like taking, instead of your half-hour lunch break, you can be taking like 45 minutes and like, oh, I forgot. Coming late to work and leaving early. Again, that's a form of stealing from your employer. All kinds of stuff like that. Okay, if you're messing around on your phone or your computer when you should be working, again, you're stealing from your employer. That shouldn't be happening. Okay. Where were we? Okay. Not to steal them, but to show that they can be fully trusted, so that in every way they will make the teaching about God our Savior attractive. You should be trustworthy. Your boss should look at you and go, oh, he's trustworthy. Look at yourself, hopefully, just like Joseph in the book of Genesis. Potiphar said, I trust you with everything, except what I'm going to eat, because I might choose to have raviolis instead of pizza tonight. But Joseph was trusted with everything because he had favor with Potiphar, and he was doing a good job with everything, okay? We should also be like that too. Our bosses should be able to trust us with everything, just because of the way we've been acting all during that time. So anyway, and it says finally, so that in every way they will make the teaching about God our Savior attractive. You want to turn people on to Jesus, not turn people off and go, oh no, I don't want to be anything like you. You say you're a Christian, but you act like the devil, okay? Don't be like that, okay? So that's the bottom line. So anyway, that's a lesson for today on guidelines for slaves, but really guidelines for employees. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I'll see you tomorrow as we continue through the book of Titus. Lord's blessing to you.